this class we can study about fundamental rights and fundamental duties. Fundamental rights in the Indian Constitution is very important and the foundation of democratic political system. It is the sum of the liberty of the Indian citizens. Okay, on one hand, these rights provide opportunity for the fullest development of individual personality against arbitrary government. This is clear from the fact that all these rights are justiciable and that is enforceable by the courts. Okay, but then the fundamental rights are available only against the state and not against private individuals. When the state encroaches upon or violates our right, we can seek or redress through Supreme Court and High Court of India. Okay. Whereas when fundamental rights are violated by private person or parties, we have to take under the ordinary laws. Okay. Then Dr. Ambedkar highlighted fundamental rights as: first, every citizen must be in a position to claim these rights. Secondly, they must be binding on every authority which has got either the power to make laws or the power to have discretion vested in it. Okay. Then fundamental rights have important role in our Indian Constitution. The Indian Constitution has provided in detail for fundamental rights of citizens. These have been enumerated in Part 3 of the Constitution. Then what is fundamental right? It's the essential human rights that are offered to every citizen irrespective of caste, race, creed, place of birth, religion or gender. These are equal to freedoms and these rights are personal good and society at large. Then fundamental rights means is essential with irrespective of caste, race, creed, place of birth, religion, gender. These are equal to freedom. Then these rights are essential for personal good and the society. Okay. Then these are the fundamental rights. Okay. We have 6 fundamental rights: the right to equality, the right to freedom, the right to freedom from exploitation, the right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, the right to constitutional remedies. These are the 6 fundamental rights. Okay. Then right to equality. Equality before law. Article 14 of Indian Constitution guarantees that all citizens shall be equally protected by the laws of the country. Means Article 14 to 18 of the Constitution provide for the right to equality. Under this right, every citizen in India secures equality before the law and equal protection in the laws. Okay. Then it is further provided that the state shall not discriminate against any citizens on grounds of religion, caste, color, language, like that. Article 15 of the Constitution states that no person shall be discriminated on the basis of caste, color, language. Every person shall have equal access to public places like public parks, museum, wells, bathing ghats and temples, etc. Then equality before law, in that one social equality, another article 15 is social equality and equal access to public areas. Then article 16, 14 to 18 is the right to equality. In that one, article 16, the Constitution lays down that state cannot discriminate against anyone in the matters of employment. All citizens can apply for government job. Means in the case of public employment, equality. That one is the Article 16. Then abolition of untouchability. We know earlier untouchability was there. In Article 17 of the Constitution, it abolishes the practice of untouchability. Practice of untouchability is an offense and anyone doing so is punishable in front of law. Okay. Then untouchability abolished by Article 17. Then abolition of titles. Article 18 of the Constitution prohibits state from conferring any title. Citizens India cannot accept titles from foreign state. That one is the Article 18. Okay. Then right to equality means Article 14 to Article 18. Next one is right to freedom. Freedom of speech and expression, which enables individuals to participate in public activities. Freedom of press has not been used in Article 19, but freedom of expression includes of freedom of press. Okay. Then we know press and media, they can express, but some limitations are there. Then freedom of speech and expression is in right to freedom, first point. Second one, freedom to assemble peacefully without arms. Okay, on which the state can impose reasonable restriction in the interest of public order and the sovereignty and integrity of India. Next one, freedom to form associations or unions, on which state can impose reasonable restrictions on this freedom. Then freedom to move. Which are the types of freedom? That only we are studying now. Freedom to move freely throughout the territory of India. Though reasonable restriction can be imposed on this right, the interest of general public. Okay, example, restriction may be imposed on movement of traveling so as to control epidemics. Okay, in current scenario, some restriction was there. Okay, that one we can impose when some issues like epidemics, like that problems are there, that time we can impose. Okay, otherwise we have the freedom to move freely throughout the territory of India. Freedom to reside and settle any part of territory of India, which is also subject to reasonable restrictions by the state in the interest of general public for the protection of the scheduled tribes, because certain safeguards are envisaged seen to be justified to protect tribal people. In tribal areas, some restrictions are there. Otherwise, we have the freedom to reside and settle any part of the territory of India. Then freedom to practice any profession or to carry any occupation, trade or business on which the state may impose reasonable restriction in the interest of the general public. Thus, there is no right to carry on a business which is dangerous or immoral. Then we have the freedom to practice any profession or to carry on any occupation. Then freedom to write, in that one we have freedom of speech and expression, freedom to assemble, freedom to form association, freedom of movement, freedom of reside and settle anywhere in India, freedom of profession. These are the right to freedom. Okay, next one, right against exploitation. Next point is Article 23 to 23 to 24, the Constitution protects the citizen against exploitation. Okay, the abolition of trafficking in human beings and beggar means forced labors. Okay, that one we abolish. Abolition of employment of children below age of 14 years. Then beggar practiced and in the past by landlords have slavery system was there, has been declared a crime and punishable by law. Then trafficking in humans for the purpose of slave trade or prostitution is also prohibited by law. Then from Article 23 to 24, it is the protection against exploitation. Then next one is right to freedom of religion. According to Constitution, all religions are equal before the state and before the law, and no religion shall be given preference over other. Citizens are free to preach, practice, propagate any religion of their choice. Okay, we can choose any religion. That is the another freedom to religion. Religious community can set up charitable institution of their own. Activities in such institution which are not religious are performed according to the law laid down by the government. No person shall be compelled to pay taxes for promotion of particular religion. Then these religious institution can impart education. Okay, then these are the main points for religious freedom to religion. Article 25 to 28. Okay, then in this one, there is no religious activity will be financed by the government funds. Every religious community has been given the right to establish and maintain institution for religious and charitable purpose. Okay, then the state institutions are fully secular and cannot give any religious instructions. The state aided institution can maintain their religious character. That one is the right to freedom of religion. Next one, cultural and educational right. Article 29 and 30 deal with cultural and educational right. Okay, any community which has a language and a script of its own has the right to conserve and develop it. All minorities, religious, linguistic, can set up their own educational institution to preserve and develop their own culture. Okay, then cultural educational right at Article 29 and 30. The Constitution guarantees the right of the citizen to have distinct language, script or culture, conserve the same. Okay. Then Constitution further provide for minorities, whether based on religions or languages, shall have the right to establish educational institution of their own choice. Okay. Then Article 21A has been added by the 86th Amendment of 2002, making right to education of children is a fundamental right. Okay. Then it made it as a fundamental right, education of children. Okay, it made it as a fundamental right in 2002. Next one is right to constitutional remedies. In that one, right to constitutional remedies empowers the citizen to move a court of law in case of any denial of fundamental rights. Then if any denial is there, citizen can move to court. Okay, these procedures of asking the courts to preserve or safeguard citizen fundamental rights can be done in various ways. This court can issue various kinds of writs. These writs are habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, quo, like that. Various writs are there. These writs court can issue different type of writs. Okay. Then another fundamental right is right to constitutional remedies. That one Article 32. Then it is enforceable through the court of law.